Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and we are about to do today's Tabata HIIT Circuit. I recommend you grab some weights. You'll see as you read the description that we're going to use some weights for um, a hammer curl to a forward press, a little bit of this action. So maybe you're using one heavier weight. Maybe you're going to use two light weights. And then for a lot of other moves, you can be holding on to weights, but they might not be the focus. Let's go ahead and get started though. I'm going to march my way all the way into the kitchen and get my timer. So we've got just about 30 minutes together today and thought I was more prepared. All right. So you're either staying in one place marching, or you're actually picking your feet up, get your whole heel down towards the floor, and move your arms a little bit while I grab a timer. Come down here. Perfect. Awesome. The more that you move around, the more that you move your arms, maybe even bringing arms up overhead, the more you're going to get your heart rate up. And it's really up to you how much you're challenging yourself today. We got some supersets. So instead of 8 rounds, we've only got 4 rounds of each move, but we're going to be doing them for a little bit longer. So a little bit more time under tension before the break. It is already getting warm in here. Next time you find yourself back at your spot, come to it and let's get right into some jumping jacks. Whether you're jumping or stepping, bringing your arms all the way up overhead and all the way back down to your thighs. Keep breathing. Awesome. I bet you're doing great, however it is that you're moving. And I really want you to think about moving, about bringing your all today from the beginning, not taking it easy on yourself. If you need to take some extra breaks, you can take some extra breaks. But I want you to finish the work and feel like, woo, I really gave it my all, as opposed to, I probably could have done a little bit more. Great. We're sticking with these jacks for 20 more seconds. Whether you're jumping or stepping, can you bring a smile to your face? Just being proud of yourself for showing up today. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to a march. Let's get some lateral side to side step taps. So just stepping it side to side. If you want, you can even hop side to side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take that big proud lift of your chest. So you're getting some nice standing rows. Great. Let's stick here for about 15 more seconds. And then we'll focus on warming up your hips and hip flexors a little bit. 3 more on each side. 2, 1. Awesome. Plant your feet. Inhale, lift your chest up, grounding through the left foot, not necessarily driving your knee back. There can be a slight bend in your leg, as much engagement as possible. You're going to kick your right heel forward. So let's get a couple swings of those legs. Flexing your right toes to your face, tall from your hips. And I'm going to have you keep your right foot forward. Awesome. Right foot forward, toes flexing towards your face, foot off the floor. Let's find 5 calf raises in the left leg. Here we go. So press up onto the ball of the foot, control lower down. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Switch back to your right leg. Shake it out for just a sec. Plant the right foot on the floor, already engaging your leg. So really grounding through all 4 corners of the foot, feeling your thigh tighten, and then a couple kicks forward and back. Keep that left foot flexed towards your face. Just a couple more kicks before we keep left leg forward. Left leg stays forward here. Even your hips out. Find your 5 calf raises. Press up onto the ball of the foot. Whoop. 4. Really try and control on the way down. Don't just drop. 2. Harder than it might sound. 1. Awesome. Both feet come down, shake them out. The last little warm-up move, a little tick-tock side to side. Your arms can go in the opposite direction of your legs. Just get 2 more, and then switch right to your other side. Take a moment, ground through your foot, engage your thigh, tick-tock side to side. Chest is nice and lifted. Last few. Awesome. Getting right into the workout. Move number 1 is going to be a sumo squat. I'm going to take my socks off for that nice foot grip on the floor. You're going to open your feet really nice and wide. I know the sumo squat is challenging for a lot of people. Now, in a normal squat, we send our glutes behind us. Weight is in your heels. Bring your shoulders come forward of your hips. And in the sumo squat, we're imagining like we're pressed against an imaginary wall, and you're sliding down that wall. Knees go out wide and then come back in. So weight in your heels. Take a moment, give yourself one. Make sure that your feet are wide enough so that your knees aren't going past your toes. Nice and wide. Full foot on the floor for 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Pressing through your heels. So we're going down, pressing through the heels, and up. You're finding a pace that works for you. Remember, we're working to find the challenge. You can do this with no weights. I'm going to get round 1 in here. No weights, and then I'm going to hold a weight right here in my chest to make it more challenging. If you're really having trouble, though, going down and keeping your head stacked over your hips, don't bring a weight in, because that's going to make you lean forward even more. Maybe you even hold some weights just right here at your hips to work to keep your chest nice and lifted. Thighs are going out wide. You're going to feel the inner thigh groin work in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm grabbing my heavier weight. Let's get round 2. We're going to enjoy a little bit more time under tension down on the floor. So we're going to alternately lift a heel and then stand up. You ready? In 3, 2, 1. So coming on down. Weight still firmly planted in the left foot. Press up onto the ball of the right foot and lift up. So see that warm up, pressing up onto the balls of the feet is coming into play right now. On the way up, you're squeezing. Squeeze. You should feel your inner thighs. Oops, my foot up at the wrong part. Feel those inner thighs working. Feel your glutes working and squeezing. Ooh, it is getting real warm in here. Make sure you're pressing through your heels to stand up. Awesome. 20 seconds of break. So feel free to shake it out. We're going to spend even more time under tension if you can. Otherwise, stick with one of those 2 options that we already did. Start to open your feet nice and wide. Place your weights. If you're using them, come on down. Let's get that right foot lifted. Let's get the left foot lifted and then stand all the way up. Maybe you even lift both at the same time and then press yourself up. You're still working for that controlled lift and lower. So if you find that lifting both feet up makes you slam your heels back down towards the floor, come on back to the control of lifting and lowering one intentionally at a time. Still get right and left while you're down here. We made it. We got one more round. I'm going to suggest that we stay down as long as possible. So whether that means that you just get 2 on each side, or you're down for the whole 40 seconds, or just a little bit longer than you had been, open your feet, lift your chest, belly in, pelvis tucked. Here we go. So maybe it's just 1 extra and then you press through your heels, or maybe you stay here the whole time. What can you do? Second, take a break. There is no shame in needing to take a second to shake things out. But I want you to start feeling so tired, maybe a little tremble in your muscles, because they're getting tired too. We're going to let our legs relax for the next move. I am sweating. Okay, here we go. Put that weight down, shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water if you would like, and then grab your 2 weights. Because we've got our hammer curl into press. Or remember, you can just use one. All right. So if you're using just one weight, you're going to hold the heads of the dumbbell, starting off nice and low. You're going to curl to your chest and then press out like you're making an offering right at this chest height. You can make this easier on yourself by holding onto the heads of the dumbbell while you press out. Or you can make it harder, a little bit more work in the chest and the pecs if you're just pushing on the heads of the dumbbell as you press out. Alternate option is to use 2 weights. We're still going to find our curl, and then right here at the chest, press. So elbows are staying close by your side for your curl. Tap your shoulders, bring it to your chest, press back in and down. We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. I hope that you chose a weight that is challenging for you. Shoulders stay away from your ears, a gentle drawing of your belly. You can keep your knees bent. And if you find that while you're punching out, that your lower back is overarching, that means your weight's a little bit too heavy. So either switching to a slightly lighter weight, or remember, you have the option to hold on to just one weight, the heads of that weight between your hands. Great. Ooh, take a break. Take a break, take a break. All right, I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll go ahead and grab my heavier dumbbell. Just about the same weight as the individual dumbbells that I was using. Ready, chest up, shoulders down and back, belly in. Here we go. So finding that curl. Remember, you can hold the heads of the weight, offer it out. It's a little bit easier, or you can press your hands in. Oh, I cannot. So look, always a challenge. I want you to do your best to not swing this weight up. So you're not bending your knees, bringing the weight to your chest. You're using your biceps. Shoulders are down away from your ears. Your lats are even engaged in your back. Your belly is pulled in because you're bracing. You might even really feel those abs working. We made it core stabilizing as you extend your arms forward. We got 2 more times. Let me switch back to the individual weights. And after these last 2 rounds, we're coming back to a leg move. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down and back. Find your hammer curl to your chest. Press. And then you're pulling those elbows right back by your side, continuing to keep the lower belly pulled in nice and tight. It's going to protect your back. Shoulders are away from your ears. So if you find again that you're getting tired and your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears as you press out, switch to a lighter weight. Take a break. Take a break. I'm going to take these weights out of my hands because my hands are really hurting today, guys. But I'm still here. I'm doing my best, and I know that you are too. And we just work with what we've got. Okay. Last round through. 3, 2, shoulders down and back. Begin. Keep it nice and slow with that bicep curl. I know that there is a temptation to just make it happen really fast, to let momentum take over, especially here at the end. So intentionally slow it down even more. Just staying consistent is where we're at. Yay! All right. Good news, bad news. Our next move is the Bulgarian split squat. If you are not into the Bulgarian split squat, then you just get to do a static lunge. Otherwise, option to hold some weights. Just gonna see how my hands do with that. And you're gonna put your foot up on top of something. You wanna be about 2 or 3 feet in front of the surface that your foot is on, because the idea is more that this back knee is coming down towards the surface and your front knee is not coming super far forward. You want that front knee about on top of your ankle or the arch of your foot. All right, so if your balance is really challenged, weight on your hands. We're just gonna go down, knee on top of the foot and press up through that front heel, chest nice and lifted. 3, 2, let's do it. We're gonna get 2 times on each side. Press through that heel to lift yourself up. Keep thinking about that form. Keep thinking about that back knee coming closer to your surface and coming down towards the floor. And you can have that back foot lifted either as the lace is down, or if it feels better, ball of the foot can also be down. We got just about 10 seconds left right here. I'm going to be nice. We're going to switch to the other side for the next round. Oh, take a break. Take a break, 20 seconds of rest. Shake it out. How those quads feel? I bet they feel good. All right. Whole new leg. We're going to do the best that we can. Set yourself up, either top of the foot on your couch or toes down. Hips are forward. Let's do it. Nice and slow and controlled. Find that consistent lift and lower. That's what I want you to focus on. I know this one can be hard. So just keeping your own personal steady pace. You need to take an extra second and take a breath. Go for it. Remember, back knee is coming closer towards the couch. Oh, and you're pressing through that front heel. You could be using a chair. You can be just slightly lifted. Still going to make this lunge. Oh my gosh, we did it. A little bit more challenging. Shake it out. Great news. One more time on each side. One more time on each side. And then we hit the floor. All right, 10 seconds of shaking. Set yourself up. We start in 3, 2, go for it. And remember, if you need to, don't have that back foot lifted. You can still just stay right here, lowering that back knee down to the floor. You're pressing through the front heel. So I know that there is weight on the back foot on the floor, but you're working to keep your 2 hips on one line and you're pressing up through your front foot, especially if you're doing this lunge on the floor. Try not to let that back leg take over. Whoop. You're finding your lift. We got 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good. Great work. One more time, one more side. The only way to get better is to keep practicing. So we're going to keep doing these hard things and they're going to get easier day by day. You might not even notice. All right, set yourself up. 2 hips forward, back hip down towards the floor, back knee coming down. Here we go. Press through that front heel. Find that squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Intentional lift, intentional lower. Make sure your stance didn't shorten too much. I am ready to hit the floor. We're more than halfway there on this last round. For 3, 2. Last one, last one. Step your feet together. Oh my gosh, we made it. Let's hit the floor. Coming right down to the mat. Next up, we got around the planks. So getting some work into those glutes too with our planks. Our first plank is going to be a plank with an alternating knee tap on the floor. You can do a straight arm plank. You can do a forearm plank. My hands are really hurting today. So I'm going to do my best to do this forearm plank. We'll see what happens. All right, so from your forearm plank, shifting your weight forward, tapping your alternate knees down towards the floor. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. If you're trying this and you cannot sustain the plank, to tap your alternate knees to the floor, I want you to start with knees on the floor. Maybe even starting in this check mark, take a moment, press yourself up, lower yourself down, come back to your breath, come back to the activation of your back, press yourself up, lower yourself down. As you press yourself up, whatever plank you're in, how much can you have your heels stacked on top of the balls of the feet as opposed to them being forward or backward of your feet? We got just a second left. Take a break. All right, coming on back to that plank, still doing some stuff with our legs. Next up, we're going to go for a leg extension and lift. So one at a time, you're going to squeeze your glutes and lift your foot up off the floor. It does not have to come very high. Are you ready? Awesome. Begin. Now, for a modification, if you need a modification, you're going to come back into tabletop. You're going to extend that leg long into your plank form. Take a lift, bring it back in, down, and just alternate through. Maybe even practicing a little bit more of the plank to just extend back, lift your other knee off of the floor. So either in this full plank, lifting one leg, bringing it back down, lifting the other, or stepping a foot back and lifting. Great. Take a break. We got another plank with movement. Next up, we're going to step it out to the side, a little jack. You can step it out to the side. If you want to jump it out to the side, that is an option. Straight arms, or once again, down on your forearms. Let's do it. So in this plank, elbows underneath of your shoulders, tap to the side, bring it back in, alternate there, or maybe you jump it out and step it in, or maybe you step it out and you jump it in. Totally your choice. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I am not at my best right now, but I'm trying. I know you're trying too. Oop, sorry, plant. Oh my gosh, my hands just are really hurting. It's okay. For 3, 2, 1. We got one more move on our hands or wrists. We got a static plank. So no movement. I think it's going to be a little bit harder. I think that those moves are great distractions. So this time you just get to focus on your good form. Length through your spine. Here we go. Length through your spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Whether you're in a full plank or knees on the floor, still shoulders drawn away from your ears. Core is working. If you have your knees on the floor, can you bring your toes down and lift up even for just a second? If you need to bring it back down, that's fine. But if you can just lift up and hang out there for as long as you can, and then come back to your break if you need to. We got 10 seconds left. Length through the crown of your head. Make sure your chin's not tucked for 3, 2, 1. Great. We're going to flip over. Last round of movement. We got just enough time. We're going to go for a toe tap into some version of a hollow hold. So low back's going to stay down on the floor the whole time. You're going to reach up, tap your toes, upper back, and come back down towards the floor for a nice lat pull over with your arms and extension with your legs. So you can hold on to a weight if you want to make this more challenging. I'm just not holding on to a weight because my hands really hurt. All right. If you need something a little bit easier, instead of coming into this hollow hold, maybe even with shoulders staying off of the floor the whole time, you can always lower your head down and just go for a nice little toe tap or heels tapping down towards the floor, and then your best to extend your legs tall. We start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So let's start nice and easy, legs towards the sky. You're going to reach up, try and tap your toes. Lower your head back down towards the floor. Easier option, bending your knees. Toes tap, arms come up overhead. Straighten your legs, toe tap. Harder option, straight legs extend, arms come in line with your biceps and shoulders, and stay up off the floor the whole time. Come on, y'all. We got less than 3 minutes of work total to go from right now. Take a break. Get ready to start again. What can you do? You want a little bit more challenge? Let's hang out in that hollow hold for an extra moment. Legs up to the sky. Let's do it. So tap your toes. You can keep your upper back off the floor. Maybe hollow hold for 3, 2, 1. Send it back up towards the sky. Tap. Controlled. Lower that upper back towards the mat. 3, 2, 1. Making sure your lower back is staying on the floor. So if bringing your heels close to the floor means your lower back starts to lift, so you can keep your legs a little bit higher, especially as you start to get tired. Making sure that you're working smarter while harder so that you feel good and that you can come back and join us again tomorrow or the next day. Take a break. Last 2 times, and then we're going to come right into stretching. Extend your legs back up to the sky. So maybe this time, changing it up. Let's get 2 toe taps and that longer hollow hold. Here we go. So toe tap 1, toe tap 2. I'm keeping my shoulders off the floor, finding that extension for 3, 2, 1. Legs back up towards the sky. Double toe tap. Ooh, those lower abs, really starting to feel it. We got just about 10 seconds left. Really find that reach here. Almost time for a break. Take your break. One more time through. All right, legs up to the sky. Last time. Almost time to stretch. Work it. Let's bring 3 toe taps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Into your hollow hold for 3, 2, 1. I trust you to count and time for yourself, because we could be moving at a different pace, but you're still moving, right? Hello, Bueller. Just kidding. I know you're still there. You're doing great. We're so close to the end. You're not going to give up on yourself for these last, not even 10 seconds. Keep that lower back pressed down towards the floor, lower belly to your spine, and then draw your knees to your chest. Stretch your elbows down towards your hips. Press the back of your head down to the floor. A little decompression of your shoulders here. And then give yourself a couple circles with those knees. Circles in one direction. Change your direction. Circles in the opposite direction. Awesome. Let's roll on over into your tabletop. Give me a couple cat-cows right here. Finding as much rounding and flexion through your back as you want. We don't have a lot of time together, so let's get one more at least, nice and slow in each direction. And then find your neutral tabletop when you finish. From your neutral tabletop, we're going to extend right foot out towards the side. Bring your big toe to the floor, toes in the line, and then release your heel down, heels in line with your toe. Press the outer edge of the right foot to the floor. Let's stretch a little for that inner thigh. So exhale, bring your glutes back towards your heels, and inhale, lift yourself back up. Press the outer edge of the foot to the floor. 2 more times. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Bring your right foot in. Extend your left leg out nice and long. Bring your big toe down. Bring your heel down behind your big toe. Your leg is extended to the side of your hip. Exhale, bring it back. I'm a little limited on space. Inhale, bring it forward. Press the outer edge of the pinky toe to the floor so you feel that big stretch in your inner thigh. Just exhaling back and forward one more time, each direction. Great. Next time you come forward, bring your left leg back in, shake it out for a sec, stand yourself up onto your knees, and bring your right foot forward, taking a stretch into your quad, into your hip flexor. You can lean forward if you want, or you can stay right here. I feel it right here from 90-90. This is perfect for me. Pushing that back knee down into the floor. You want a little bit of a bigger stretch. Inhale your arms up overhead. Maybe even cactus your arms. Stretch into your upper back, squeeze of your glutes, little push of that left hip forward. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Let's switch your legs. Right knee comes down, left foot comes forward. You can take that extra forward hinge if you want. Just don't let your knees go too far past your toes. Finding some extension in that right side hip flexor. Little squeeze of that right glute. Inhale, both arms up, shoulders away from ears, chest lifted. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, relax your arms down. Bring your hands down to the floor. Tuck your back toe under and lift your leg up and step your feet together. Inhale into a half lift, length through the crown of your head and your spine, and exhale down to your forward fold. Big stretch into your hamstrings. Relax, release your head towards the floor. You can have a generous bending your knees. Start to shift some weight forward to your toes. With both feet firmly planted, you can bend one knee and then the other. Shoulders away from your ears, so lats are engaged. Shift some weight back into your heels. Bend your knees again and roll yourself up. One vertebrae at a time. Second head, over heart, over hips, over heels. At the very top, inhale, arms up overhead. Squeeze your glutes, hips come forward. Little standing back bend at the very end. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Draw elbows back. Inhale, weight in your heels, chin neutral to your chest, arms forward, and take any stretch you want. Relaxing your arms down by your side, push to the outer walls. Ooh, you did it. Great job. I hope that you feel so good. I know I feel great for getting up out of the chair, even though I know I didn't feel my best today. Showing up and doing something feels so good. Painful hands. Get out of here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.